Can you actually learn AI in under 10 minutes? Google's AI Essential course takes 4 hours. But I took the whole thing, cut off the fluff, and turned it into this short video for you. If you're a knowledge worker, listen closely, because AI is already reshaping jobs like yours. And here's the hard truth. If you don't learn how to use it, someone who does will take your spot. But if you do learn it, you'll work faster, think smarter, and maybe even earn more. Whether you're in tech, retail, finance, manufacturing, design, agriculture, or any other field, AI can help you generate ideas, forecast trends, solve problems, and boost your productivity across the board. But here is the one thing that you absolutely need to know: how to prompt AI properly. Most people type whatever is in their head. That's not real prompting. There's a structure and a formula to it. And once you use it, AI becomes way more powerful. And if you've never touched AI before, don't worry. Just like you don't need to be a carpenter to use a hammer, you don't need to be a coder to use AI well. By the end of this video, you will be a better AI user than 90% of people in just 10 minutes. The Google AI course is broken into 5 core parts. Introduction to AI. You'll learn how AI actually works and explore foundational concepts like machine learning. Maximize productivity with AI tools. This part teaches you how to use generative AI tools to speed up tasks and boost your productivity. Discover the art of prompting. This is the most important part. How to write effective prompts that get you the output you actually want. Use AI responsibly. Here you learn how to spot and reduce biases and inaccuracies when using AI. Stay ahead of the AI curve. This section is about how to keep improving your AI skills as the tech evolves. We'll break down the most relevant highlights, the parts that will actually improve how you work. And at the end, I'll give you a few quick questions to test what you've learned today. Because studies show that recalling new info just after you've learned it helps it stick. Let's dive in. First, let's quickly break down what AI actually is and a few key terms you will need in this new way of working. AI stands for artificial intelligence. But what does that really mean? Simply put, it's software that can perform mental tasks we usually associate with humans. While it feels new and flashy today, AI has actually been around for years. Ever used GPS that recalculates based on traffic? That's AI. Watched YouTube or Netflix? AI is behind the content recommendation you see. Used real-time translation while traveling? Yep, that's also AI. There are 2 main ways to create an AI. Number 1, rule-based AI. This method follows simple if this then that rules. For example, if an email mentions a Nigerian prince trying to transfer a 25 million inheritance, then flag it as a spam. It's like giving the computer a long list of instructions for what to do in specific situations. Or number 2, the buzzword I'm sure you've heard of, machine learning. Instead of giving the AI a list of rules, you feed it a lot of training data, which are examples of inputs and their correct corresponding outputs. The AI looks for patterns in that data and learns how to predict the right output for a given input. At first, it makes a lot of mistakes, but over time, it adjusts its internal settings to get better. For example, let's say you want to train an AI to sort apples. You feed it thousands of pictures, and each one comes with a label like ripe or green. The AI makes its own prediction, then checks it against the correct label to see if it was right or wrong. When it's wrong, it adjusts its internal settings. Over time, it gets better. Eventually, it learns to tell ripe from green apples. Not because someone wrote the rules, but because it found patterns in the data. When an AI is trained for a specific task, it becomes an AI model. What you interact with to use that model is called an AI tool. Think of the model as the engine, and the tool as the car that lets you drive it. Now, not all AI tools can do everything, at least not yet. Some are great at turning text into images, others can turn text into videos, some just focused on generating better text. Each tool is a specialist in its own way. For example, ChatGPT now combines multiple models under the hood, like GPT-4, a large language model, called that because it was trained on a lot of text, and DALL, which is a diffusion model, meaning it generates images by starting with random noise and gradually refining it into something meaningful. But many other tools don't offer this combo, so you need to know which AI tool is right for the job. By the way, tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and GitHub Copilot are called generative AI because they generate new content like text, images, sound, video, or code based on their training data. With tools powered by large language models like GPT, you can do things like content creation, summarization, problem solving, editing, translating, classifying, and even data extraction. But doing this effectively comes down to one thing: how you prompt the AI. And we'll cover that next. But first, so how can you maximize your productivity with AI? Don't have an idea? Ask a generative AI to help you brainstorm one. Have an idea, but unsure what to do next? Ask the AI to help you figure out the next steps forward. Writer's block is no longer an excuse. Whether you're a writer, content creator, strategist, entrepreneur, designer, software engineer, data analyst, or do any job where you need to use your brain, AI can help unblock you. Need to translate your work into another language? It's now just a click away. The best way to use AI is to map out your work process from start to finish and identify areas where an AI tool can help you go faster or make smarter choices. But remember, not all AI tools are built the same. You'll need to choose the right tool for the task. Are you coding? Try GitHub Copilot. Designing? Try Midjourney, Adobe Firefly, or Stable Diffusion. Are you a writer? Try Grammarly or a language model like ChatGPT. If used properly, AI tools can boost your existing skills and help you learn new ones faster. But a word of caution: always review the AI's output. Every AI tool has limitations. If you're not already an expert in the domain you're using AI for, it's easy to miss mistakes because AI can sound confident while being completely wrong. That's what's called AI hallucination. Why does hallucination happen? It happens because an AI model is only as good as the data it was trained on, and no data set is perfect. For example, maybe the model was trained on data only up to the year 2000, and you're asking about something that happened in 2024. Or maybe you're trying to use an English language model to write a French essay. These are simple examples, but today's models are trained on such massive, complex data set that if you don't understand the topic well, you might let false information slip by unnoticed. So yes, use AI to become more productive and learn faster, but don't blindly trust it. There always needs to be a human in the loop, checking the output and making the final call. So how do you talk to AI with a prompt? A prompt is just a text input. It tells the AI what you want and how to respond. Most people think prompting just means typing whatever is in your head. And sure, that can get you some output, maybe even a decent one, if you're unfamiliar with the topic. But that's not real prompting. Not if you want accuracy, relevance, and control. Here is why. Context lives in your head, not in the AI. When you talk to a friend, you don't need to say everything. For example, if your friend is vegetarian and you say, let's grab lunch, you both already know you'll pick a vegetarian spot. But if you ask AI, find me a good restaurant nearby, it has no clue your friend is vegetarian unless you tell it, and it might not even know your location if you didn't set it. That's why vague prompt gives you vague answers. Secondly, AI is still a machine, and machines have rules. It needs clear structure. If you give it the right format, you'll get way better results. Just like Google gives better search results when you know how to phrase your query. Prompting is a skill. So whenever you're using AI tools, it's better to write clear, specific prompts, not just whatever pops in your head. One simple formula you can use is called TaCoReEvIt. Think of it like talking to your friend Taco and asking him to rev the car. It stands for task, context, reference, evaluate, iterate. Use this structure when prompting tools like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. You'll get way better results. Let's walk through an example. Say you're the marketing and advertising manager for a local restaurant, and you need to write a Google search ad targeting people looking for vegetarian food in Richmond, Virginia. Here is how you'd prompt a generative AI using the TaCoReEvIt formula. Number 1. Task. This is where you tell the AI exactly what you want it to do. Start with a verb. Include the persona you want the AI to take on, and mention the output format you're after. Here's the example. Task. Create a list of 5 high-converting Google search ads for the vegetarian restaurant I work at. Write them in the voice and style of David Ogilvy. Present them in a table format, ranked from most to least likely to get the click. Number 2. Context. This is where you give the AI the background information it needs to tailor the response. Context. The restaurant is a vegetarian spot in Richmond, Virginia. We open from 10 a.m. to midnight. Our specialty is the veggie burger, a high-protein patty made with tofu and chickpeas. We also accept group bookings of 5 or more. Number 3. Reference. If you have examples of what you want the output to look like, this is where you include them. For example, it might be, here are 3 ads I've seen and liked. Please use them as inspiration. But in this case, we don't have any, so we leave reference blank. And that's it for the actual prompt. I ran this example through ChatGPT, and here's what it gave me. Not bad, right? Number 4. Evaluate. The EV in TaCoReEvIt stands for evaluate, and this part is key. Always check the output from your AI tool. Remember, no output is perfect. AI models are trained on huge datasets, but those datasets aren't flawless. That's where hallucination can sneak in. So once you've got your answer, ask yourself, is the output accurate? Is it unbiased? Is the information complete? Is it relevant to what I'm working on? If I run the same prompt again, is the output consistent? Number 5 is iterate. The it in TaCoReEvIt stands for iterate. If the output isn't right, tweak your prompt and try again. Prompting is an iterative process. You can start simple, then refine your prompt based on the results you get. Maybe you forgot to include a key detail, or maybe the tone isn't what you expected. Just adjust it and run it again. Here's a pro tip. If you get an output you really like, ask the AI, what prompt would have produced this result from the start? This reverse engineering trick helps you learn what works, and you'll get better at writing prompts over time. If you're solving a big or unfamiliar problem with AI, try using chain of thought prompting. It's a simple but powerful technique that gets the AI to show you its reasoning, not just give you a final answer. When writing your prompt using TaCoReEvIt, add phrases in the task or context, like explain your reasoning, take it step by step, show your thinking. These additions encourage the AI to walk through its logic, which makes the output clearer, more trustworthy, and often more helpful. Here is an example. Without reasoning, task: which city is better to live in, New York or Austin? Context: I work remotely in tech and enjoy live music. The AI output: Austin is better because it has a lower cost of living and a strong live music scene. With reasoning, task: which city is better to live in, New York or Austin? Explain your reasoning. Context: I work remotely in tech and enjoy live music. The AI output: Austin may be the better choice for your situation. Here is why. You work remotely in tech, and Austin has a growing tech scene with lower cost of living than New York. If live music is important, Austin's reputation as the live music capital of the world aligns well with your interest. While New York offers more diversity and entertainment options, its high cost of living and fast pace may not suit remote work as well. Overall, Austin provides a better balance between affordability, lifestyle, and your personal interests. There are plenty of other prompting techniques out there, but they're beyond the scope of this course. I might make a separate video on those, so if you don't want to miss it, make sure to subscribe. So far, I've just saved you around 6 hours of Google's official course. But we're not done yet. We're almost at the finish line. So let's wrap this up. Use AI responsibly. Don't put confidential information into AI tools. That includes customer data, internal documents, or anything sensitive. Always read the AI tool's policy and your company's policy before using it. Some organizations don't allow AI use at all. Others allow it under specific conditions. It's basic workplace common sense. Don't be the person who ends up on the news because you've pasted private data into ChatGPT. If you're helping design or train AI models, make sure you're using fair and diverse datasets. Biased data leads to biased models. There are many ways AI can cause harm. Here are 2 common ones. Number 1, quality of service harm. Here's an example. Early speech recognition systems struggled to understand people with disabilities because the training data lacked those speech patterns. As a result, marginalized users were excluded from using the tech effectively. Number 2, representation harm. Here's an example. Early translation models often defaulted to doctor as he and nurse as she, reinforcing gender stereotypes. These biases weren't added on purpose. They came from the training data. These are just a few examples. As AI tools become more widespread, the risks get bigger, and so does the responsibility. One way to reduce harm: involve more diverse voices in the development process and collect feedback continuously once the tool is live. Personally, I think AI safety is a field that's only going to grow in importance. So, if it's something you care about, it might be worth exploring more deeply. Stay ahead of the AI curve. This section of the course was honestly not very useful. If you're watching this video, you're already doing what's recommended. Staying up to date by watching content like this or subscribing to AI newsletters and websites. So good news, we're done. Congratulations, you've now completed the AI essentials. But before you go, as promised, here's a quick little assessment. I highly recommend doing this, even just in your head, or you can put it in the comments. It'll help you retain the information much longer. Pause the video, take a screenshot. Here we go. 5 questions to lock in what you just learned. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of most people. Question 1. What's the formula for writing effective prompts for tools like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini? Number 2. Can you use a single AI model for every task? Number 3. What are the 2 main ways to build an AI? Number 4. What can you use generative AI for? Number 5. What's one task you can ask AI to help you with at your job? These videos take a lot of time to make. I go through the course, distill the most useful insights, then write, edit, and produce everything you see. So if you found this helpful, let me know in the comments, or give it a like so I know whether to make more like this. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. If you liked this video, you're going to love this next one we've picked just for you. I'll see you in the next video.